It'll be Jordan Townsend, and you saw Dejan Lee back to return for Delaware. And Lee will let it sail into the end zone for the touchback.
He got Pitts man-to-man on the backside on the crossing.
Toure is pressuring, and he had to get rid of it because he was staring at a couple of red jerseys. We got a flag coming in. 3rd and 7 for the Blue Hens.
Looks like they're matching it up in man.
And pressure coming from the corners. And smothered, absolutely. Henderson goes down for the sack, and a flex to boot from Julius Turner.
What they do is they match it up man, and they're able to bring a 5th guy. And so now that leaves you one-on-one all the way around. Toure's the guy who forced it up front.
It's Cruikshank, one of the best return men in the country, and Delaware handles him nicely.
Okay, looks like they're going to play here in the weak zone.
Here's Vedral. And finding Shameen Jones, he spins off a defender and picks up the first down for the Scarlet Knights. They're systematic here to begin with. So if you have to put a scheme or a name to this defense, maybe a 3-3-5 and playing as many as 3 safeties sometimes, as Vedral's on the move and he gets smothered by a couple of Delaware defenders. It heads over to the sideline. A 3-receiver set now for the Scarlet Knights on the right side and bottom side of your screen. And Pacheco does what Pacheco does and powers his way for a first down.
Practices as hard as he plays. He's just a good football player.
Again to Jones. His 3rd catch on this opening series here so far, and why not? Because he picks up another first down. Kyle Manungai, the talented running back, now in the offset here for Rutgers. They fake the pass to him, and Vedral's going end zone and connects. It's a touchdown to Bo Melton.
You're going to watch this. Nice protection. That's the first thing. And then Vedral puts it up in the air. Now, see how he came back to the ball at the end there?
Well, 6 showing pressure. They bring about 4 of them, and Henderson has to scramble a little bit, looking downfield. And a first down catch that time right at midfield by Brett Buckman.
Comes off his, watch how fast it comes off his fingers. Look at that. Just boom, he just whips it right in there. Perfectly thrown, right where it had to be. That's exactly what Delaware needed.
About 16 yards per completion. That's the best in the FCS here so far this year. And Henderson, he doesn't have any time to throw that time, and he goes down and again gets smothered that time. Isaih Pacheco.
And so on the outside, you're going to see both receivers, top and bottom. Watch them get vertical, right? And so in between is where you want to throw, but there's nowhere to go. The top corner can sink, and the safety's over the top.
To go.
Yeah, so they're dominating that defensive, that offensive line.
And a 3rd and 20 for the Blue Hens. And dumps it off to Townsend, and Townsend trying to get to midfield. He'll be short of the first down. And again, back to receive is Aaron Cruikshank. The Wisconsin transfer, and he is must-see TV if he gets a chance to try to return this. 3-receiver set here for Vedral, and again he's got some time to throw, but that was well over Shameen Jones's range.
They brought heat on him again.
A new quarterback in for Delaware, and he will take it and muscle his way for the first down. Pickup of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. And again to Lee, and he avoids the whole defense and just kind of slithered his way through to pick up the first down. Motion again to give to Lee, and Lee, that was extra effort to pick up the first down. And Taverdov caught him. I mean, he just motored over the offensive line to pick up that sack.
Yeah, watch Aaron
coming
Lewis
from the left side.
Yeah, he's on the top side going against Trent, and Trent just trips. I mean, he trips in.
He credits them being able to have spring ball as to why this experienced defense can get into a flow.
A fair catch call that time for Cruikshank. I love talking to Rob Smith. Pistol formation, Manungai. They fake the handoff to him as Vedral has some time, and again going downfield to Melton. got some open field to work with and brought down inside the 30-yard line.
Mistakes that are going on underneath, but there are no mistakes here. Look at that protection. That's as good as you're going to find. The ball's right where it has to be. Oh, Mel.
And who's one and who's two in terms of the most important alumni? Here's Pacheco. They said he's elite and catching it out of the backfield, and Pacheco muscles his way in for 6. All Isaih Pacheco, and you could go ahead and flex after that.
Man, once he turns his pads upfield, I want you to watch him. He just keeps his legs moving. Watch this, and attacks it. Watch this. Really nice. That is outstanding. That's the way you're supposed to do it. He just goes and attacks the defender and runs right through him. I love that kid. I think that kid's got a place in the NFL.
Well, this time he hands off to Lee. And oh boy, is good. Lee right down the sideline, and Lee blowing past Isaih. Lee eyeing the end zone, and finally gets pushed out that time by Trey Avery to save a touchdown run. Two receiver set, and Henderson is looking that way. It's a touchdown for Delaware as Pitts picks it up. And Cruikshank's going to take it out of the end zone. And Cruikshank's going to try to make something of this. Cruikshank, if it's anybody can do it, Cruikshank can do it. And the ankle tackle. He was a first-team All-American for Delaware. Again, a team that made it to the FCS semifinals. And Vedral, he's got all kinds of time to throw. How about this? To Brandon Sanders for the touchdown.
On the bench, clapping it up and getting everyone hype, and then next play, here he throws a 62-yarder. Exactly what Gleason wanted.
Henderson this time takes his time and finds Buckman again, and Buckman's still on his feet. Buckman pushing his way inside the 10.
Yeah, at least you can see right here, his knee's down right there. We're gonna have to bring this thing back. But bigger than that, while early on they were getting pressure on the quarterback, they have not gotten at it. This offensive line for Delaware has done a nice job. But right there, you can see his knees down. And look, also, if you didn't pay attention in the beginning, you'd see that he kind of rolled over Melton. But right there, the knee is down, so they'll bring this back.
Good to have you back. Good to hear your voice again. Bottom of your screen, it's Pitts and Abraham. And Henderson has to spin away. There's a flag that came in towards the tail end of that play. So backed up even more. 3rd and 15 here for the Blue Hens. Henderson brought down that time. And the Rutgers defense so tough. Onyechi the first to get to him, and Turner was right behind.
Sending it up downfield, right? But I want you to watch Turner and Onyechi, 26 coming off the edge. Nobody blocks Onyechi. And so he has to make this play. The play, I mean, he makes the tackle. The play was really made by Teray. He kept them inside and forced them back, and then Onyechi's able to finish off what they started.
A 53-yarder. Again, it would tie his career long. Ryan Coe, the kick is up. It's got the distance to it, and Coe has tied his career high.
That's Colby. I'm sorry, I'm talking about his brother Colby. He's right in the middle there. Comes on a blitz. Oh, really well done. Cruikshanks does a real nice job of just running with his eyes. Watch.
And Vedral drops it off to Young. And Young across the 20, and Young still making like his best Isaih Pacheco impersonation, brought down just inside the 10-yard line.
At least that's exactly what I was thinking. He just does this. This is called finishing again. Now Young just got to pick this thing up. Now watch, he just won't quit. Just runs through one, runs through another, and drives it down the field. That's really, really well done. Palient does a nice job of staying on top of guys. Just move the pile. That's great effort.
You talked about the finishing of Pacheco. How about this?
Yeah. That's just a great effort.
Vedral to Young. He goes straight up the middle for the touchdown.
They're running kind of angry, which I like to watch. Nicely blocked, everybody on somebody. Now, once you get to the second level, it's on you. Sutton does a nice job of kind of giving him a hug and pushing him forward. And there, watch number 70 at the end of this. He's going to grab him there and just give him a good.
Here comes Turner. Look out, here comes number 50, and he got him.
He just ran right past him, wasn't even close. Been actually playing pretty good, but he just gets on his edge right there, okay? See that, hip to hip? Once your hips win, you win as a pass rusher. Shupp is a little slow getting off to that edge. He just did an arm under on him. Really well done by Julius Turner.
Pastula, the punter, over to Cruikshank. It can be really good field position for Rutgers across the 40, across midfield. Here is the speed of Aaron Cruikshank. Cruikshank looking to take it. He houses it.
We've been waiting for this.
We've been waiting.
And here it comes. And this is just really well blocked initially. Now, in this game now here, you just have to get a piece of a guy. On the top side, then it's all speed. He's going to run right through all those little chip blocks, and then it's just running with your eyes, get to where no one else is, and you score. Really well done by Cruikshank.
Transfer from Wisconsin. And nowhere to run that time. And Sproul brought down for a loss that time. There were about 3 Rutgers defenders who were there. Ivan Maijay.
But he said this is a pretty difficult matchup for him.
Yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of time to throw, as we have shown you, unlike Vedral, who again connects with Brandon Sanders.
Well done by that Rutgers team.
Cruikshank picking up 7, and out to Melton for the first down, and Melton trying to push his way there across the 45. A first down and a gain of 12. Vedral, play action that time, and it's Langen who comes down as the receiver.
Tight end should, but the perfect pass by Vedral. I mean, really good coverage on that. Well done.
A gain of 21. Johnny Football playing Johnny Offense. We have seen him in several different places, and to start on this first drive as Pacheco goes backwards that time.
Difference with linebackers. See, a lot of times linebackers see things, but they don't believe their eyes. Colby Reeder does. He's
Vedral checking at the line.
Well, they stay out, only rush 3.
And Vedral stepping into it, and here comes Reeder, who was pushing at him, and he drops it off that time to Monangai. Valentino Ambrosio. And kick is up, and kick is good.
Oh, Julius Turner just...
And Tverdov finished it.
Yeah, Julius Turner, he jumps right into it. Watch, see the guy in the top? He's going to come down inside. Turner around the block. Now hit it and watch the spin. There's not much you can do about it. You'll see him, he'll get too far ahead, and they'll cut behind him.
Well, they pressure with 5 that time and trying to float it over the top. The intended receiver was Pitts, and coverage coming from Avery Young. Out to Lee.
Oh, really good play by Fadakasi. I mean, Lease. He gets out there, the block gets on him. Watch this play, and he's gonna be inside out. Watch number 3 right there. They're blocking him, like double teaming him, right? And so the guard's gonna try to get up the field. He just pushes off the back.
It's Vedral who will keep it. And Toro there. Vedral with a 3-receiver set. And play action, dumps it back to Pacheco, who's going nowhere. That's a loss there on first down.
You're gonna watch Reggie Sutton there. Gonna get out there, he's got to try to get there. And Pacheco's just a little bit too far in front of him. And then
to Young. And he'll push his way for the first down. Third and 8. Vedral with some time to throw and floats it up. And again, pass is broken up. That time Melton was the intended receiver, but it's Hill making the defensive play.
Yeah, now you're talking a different sport now.
Corsat again trying to place it. Coverage is there. Did he save it right at the 1-yard line?
He saved it. Now don't forget, in college football, it's where the ball is, not where the body is.
Watch Max Melton, number 16.
Good job by Max. Really nice job. Now his body, he downs it right there. Right?
2nd and 10. Sproul. And across the 15. Now they've got some breathing room. He's still working across the 20.
I wonder if they hit him with a stunt on the inside. Let's take a look. Yeah, it was. And yeah, so he ran exactly where it was vacated on the inside. You can see that number 45 right there.
It's in the Big Ten. Henderson to the far side and trying to push for that first down yardage. See where they mark it, and they're going to give it to him. 100-yard receiving games in the last game last week. Henderson pushing, and he's responding well to that pressure. Cool and calm as he drops it off to Watson. And Watson has the first down and a little bit more, and he's still going. What a run by Watson.
These guys got some heart, man. They're not quitting at all. The nice job of staying on the blockers, and then he just picks his way through. And watch his finish. Nope, not going down. Really well done. Yeah, so the Ohio State defense is having a couple of problems too against the run. Now right there, they played it perfectly. 3rd and short, and they come up short.
Paoletti takes the direct snap, and he's a big guy, tough to take down. Fogg tried to meet him right there at the marker, but they're going to give him the first down. Let's see what that defense can do on 3rd and 7. Henderson gives it up, and again Melton.
And he's had a tremendous game here today.
And Ryan Coe is good once again.
You're seeing the quarterback having success.
2nd and 6. They swing it out wide this time, and a first down play, and a little bit more there for Melton. Mike must be a Milwaukee Bucks fan. You think, Matt?
Well, I know who's going to be a Milwaukee Bucks fan.
And Vedral with a little pump fake. Almost basketball style that time. Faking the pass and picking up the first down and a gain of 10.
There you go, a little crossover action. Oh, fakeage. Picked up another 6 yards. Well done.
Langen in the slot, and they give it to Pacheco, and watch those legs move. Pacheco with the stiff arm, pushed out at about the 10-yard line.
Tough runner. This kid just runs hard all the time, plays hard all the time. The knee action, just well done. Runs really hard.
And Pacheco cutting it outside. Pacheco might have some room to cut it for a touchdown.
Yeah, so he gets the edge, and he's going to make sure he gets in. Once he hits that pylon, yeah, this is a better look right here.
And Pacheco taking the direct snap that time and pushing. He's got the touchdown. His 2nd of the game.
Yeah, just watch the push, right? Nice job by Haskins. Does a really nice job. And then the biggest thing is Pacheco just doesn't quit. A little bit further along than they were, but there's at least 3 teams, I think 4, that they can beat.
Pitts was trying to come back for that throw, and it's incomplete.
In fact, I know this. He knows it's not where he needs it to be, but he's getting there.
Christian Dremel back to receive. at about the 24-yard line, and he brings it out across the 35. And Young pushing his way for the first down.
Yeah, there's no quitting him. Good job. He's just learning verbiage. It's going to take him a while.
Well, he's been here for less than 2 weeks. He played 3 games in Kentucky for his high school team.
Learn, it'll be a little while until we see him in game action. He looks like truly a natural passer where when he has the ball in his hand.
For 5,300 passing yards in his high school career. And over to Jones. 3rd and 13. For Gwynn, who's flushed out of the pocket that time, and on the run, he couldn't complete the pass to James Collins. Noah Vedral in that Michigan game last year had another 300-yard passing game. He's had a 300-yard passing game here today, so 2 in his career. As it's Snyder who's rolling out and finds Lankin. What a collision there at the 20-yard line. Interesting story for the Scarlet Knights. They made a change at offensive line. The 2 tackle positions, most notably. Raekwon O'Neal not starting. Instead, it was Brendan Bordner.
And I think they're going to have to work on their defensive front, their run game, because it's only going to get tougher from here on out for Rutgers.
Second effort, third effort is true there for Jameer Wright Collins. An guy is the other that they've used. Now 4 backs that the Scarlet Knights have used here today. It's Evan Simon on the keep. And the final few seconds tick away. Rutgers wins this one 45-13 and moves to 3-0 for the first time since 2012.